Right, I'm gonna try and quickly go over these door frame teleports that I've been working on recently. For more and PoE, but mainly for more is the main RTA potentially useful place. So this is at the cafe bump door here. Previously, like, half a year ago, I found a teleport at this little corner here while you're standing on top of out of bounds to go to the hallway after the platforming and cafe bump. Problem is, we worked on trying to find a replicatable setup for that, and it's just not possible. It's too precise. For a lot of reasons we won't be able to explain. But recently, I found a new teleport at these big door frame thingy bobs, and where I can show you these things. Because it was previously known we could do a big vertical teleport to them, but we've got horizontal ones now. Trying to work on finding the consistent setups for it. So, oh god, I just fell off. You can get horizontal teleports in basically any direction. If I'm coming at it from like this direction that I am at, I can either get teleports that way or that way. And this is the direction that we want to go. The other thing to keep in mind here is the hallway that we're trying to teleport to is just sort of like, it's like parallel-ish with the room here. And because of that, when we teleport from this door frame, well, actually, because of the way I've got it set up, it involves jumping onto the door frame. You can't do a mid-teleport jump, and so you'll fall out of bounds if you're not going a very specific distance that'll land you either on the top of this thing or on the top of this thing. Otherwise, you'll just like land, you'll just teleport like here, and you just won't have enough time to air strafe into the hallway. So, here's what I've got for setup so far. This teleport goes way too far. The position I've got here is not a replicatable position. Like, there's some nooks around here, but this is just, I was just like moving to a random spot, trying something new. And I'm aiming at a very specific pixel for this. And this just teleports me way in the direction that we want to go, but way past the hallway. It's like way past the end of the hallway. Okay. This other checkpoint here. This is a good one. This is the same direction, but it goes a good distance. It'll land us on top of one of the door frames there. There we go. So now I've teleported and I've landed on top of this little door frame, the one at the end of the cafe bump platforming. And this is aiming at a very specific pixel from the setup I've got here. If I aimed like another pixel to the left, I'd go shorter, I think that is. If I aimed a pixel to the right, I go too long. It's quite precise. Now, to find a replicatable setup for these, like, it doesn't matter if it's 1 pixel precise, right? I mean, light viewer is a 1 pixel precise trick, that's fine. I think it'd be worth it, because you can, like, manipulate to get a checkpoint here, so you can retry as well. Failed the first time. The issue is finding a consistent spot to do this from. Because just picking a random spot here and then aiming at a specific pixel, that's not gonna work. It's never, ever gonna work. What we need is one of these consistent spots where we can like come into a corner where we can't really move. Here's one. There's very few here, and I've tested from this specific nook for hours on end, and I haven't been able to get the teleport to work from exactly here. I've gotten some like shorter ones, or in the wrong direction. This one was in this direction and not useful, but I haven't got one that works going that way. So the setup I've been experimenting with is hitting W and space at the same time. I've also tried, I spent a long time messing around with holding crouch and then W and space at the same time. One thing I haven't spent a lot, like, you could try different combinations of the inputs from these nooks, and that's basically what needs to be done, is trial and error, like different combos. Maybe you could try hit W a frame before you hit space, or hit space a frame before you hit W, or maybe you can start crouch and then at the same time that you hit W and space you uncrouch, like that or something. Or who knows. Maybe you even like hit crouch, jump, and W at the same time. And then that might give you like, it'll just give you slightly different positions landing on this door framing. And that'll just like, we just need to find the one that works from this consistent look that we can get into that happens to give us the teleport in the direction we want that goes the exact right distance. You have to like test at each like pixel here, because just like moving your aim by a few pixels will completely change your result. So that's basically what needs to be done to try to find a consistent setup for this. And I believe if we did have a consistent setup, this would be a safer way to do the cafe than the regular platforming. Basically, because like I said, you can manipulate to get yourself a checkpoint right when you're up in there, and failing would then only cost you like 2 seconds. Whereas, you know, failing cafe bump when you're like halfway through the platforming over here is basically like revert you back to fucking in this hallway back there and runs dead, you know. Plus, I think this would save time if you did it fast enough as well. Because basically, you bump up here, jump over, and then go. And then bam, you're all the way at the end. You can skip all this platforming here. Alright, so that's the main topic of the video. I just want to go over a couple of other interesting teleports I've gotten on these door frames. And these work at pretty much all door frames, although the nooks surrounding them are different. So you have to like try and error each one to find what the exact nook is and stuff. So this teleport, coming from that same spot and landing here, it's like mostly in that direction, but then also a little to the left. It's not like a huge difference. Like if I went straight from here, it goes past the cafe. But this teleport is actually landing me just a little bit inside. It's not that interesting, I know. But this one's a bit more interesting. Okay, so same spot, I'm here again. I'm gonna teleport in that direction this time. Very far in that direction. If I could not fuck up the input. There we go. Let me do it again. I can show you a bit better where I am. I'm at the end of the hallway here, after teleporting from over there. And the most interesting thing about this one is that it's also a vertical teleport. You know, I'm landing up here and then landing on top of the fucking thing, which is really weird. I've only seen that in this one setup I've got here. If we could get a horizontal teleport that goes in that direction instead, and is also vertical, then we wouldn't have to worry about aiming for the little specific door frame. We could just have the time to airstrafe into the hallway. I don't know if that's possible or not, but just to reiterate, these like teleports that I found that I'm testing and showing off to you in these checkpoints, they are not from a consistent look. They're just from like random spots I was trying like here, I was trying like over here, I was trying over here, maybe go back a bit, over here. I spent like half an hour on each spot, just like testing all the different inputs, seeing what I got. So these aren't really consistently replicatable, at least not in like any like RTA context and like segmented, sure, but I'll put these checkpoints that I've got here in a zip file and upload them somewhere so you can check them out, mess around with them. But like I said, ideally come here, get into one of these nooks, like a spot that you know is like a consistent spot, and then just try different combinations of inputs while going at this like door frame and see if you get any teleports that go the correct amount in that direction. That's what needs to be done. Okay, see ya.